Homer had been injured as a child, and the experience left a deep psychological scar. He only remembered falling into the mud, but that alone didn't seem enough to explain the screaming. After Homer had fallen, he noticed a drainage pipe behind him, which was completely blocked. So he picked up a stick and got ready to clear it out. By that point, his friends could see he wasn't seriously hurt, and they headed home. But Homer still wanted to know why the pipe was blocked in the first place. The next second, a rush of water came bursting out, and with it, Homer made a horrifying discovery: a corpse. That was the true source of his trauma. Now that the problem had been identified, the most straightforward way to heal the wound was to confront it head-on. So Lisa decided to take the whole family back to the cliff for a look. The moment Moe and the others heard they were going to see a dead body, they quickly made up excuses and slipped away. That evening, Homer drove the family out to the cliff. It was already unsettling enough to be out there in the dead of night when Wiggum suddenly appeared out of nowhere. He had spotted the car at the intersection and assumed someone had gotten lost, so he came over to check.
So what are you doing here?
We're investigating a possible murder case.
The moment Wiggum heard what was going on, his interest was immediately piqued. He even ran back to grab some professional equipment. The water there, however, was far too deep. Finding the body seemed nearly impossible. Then Marge suddenly thought of the toilet paper she had bought a few days earlier. It had an extraordinarily powerful absorbent effect. Just 8 rolls were enough to soak up all the water in the pond. And there lay the skeletal remains. The only mystery left now was exactly how the person had died. They then made their way into the sewer, but the passage came to a dead end. The only way out was a valve above their heads. What no one could have imagined was that the sewer was connected directly to Burns' office. All the evidence pointed straight to Burns. When Burns laid eyes on the skull, the memories of the past suddenly came flooding back.
All right, quit stalling, Burns. Who's your ice?
He revealed that the deceased was Smithers' father, but insisted he had not killed him, and claimed he had proof.
And I can prove it. With this film.
Oh, a movie! I call the couch!
At the time, an emergency alarm had gone off at the nuclear power plant. Burns, who had no idea what to do, had no choice but to call in old Smithers. But Smithers was in the middle of looking after young Smithers at the time. The situation, however, was urgent, so old Smithers handed the young boy over to Burns, then went inside to investigate, heedless of the danger.
He did it! Look at your heroic daddy in there, making funny faces, falling to the floor, shedding his hair, lying perfectly still. Oh, dear.
Old Smithers gave his life to save the power plant, but it was, after all, a major incident, and to cover up the truth, Burns had no choice but to push old Smithers' body into the sewer. He had never said a word to Smithers about what had happened to his father.
Until tonight, sir.
Smithers Jr. I'm sorry I lied to you, Waylon, but I wanted to spare you the details of your father's gruesome death.
Well, I'm glad to know he died a hero instead of that other way.
I told him his father was killed in the Amazon by a tribe of savage women. I hope it didn't affect you in any way.
We'll never know, sir.
Well, Marge, they solved the case of the haunted quarry.
Homer, shouldn't we give that skull to Mr. Smithers?
Why, he just bury it.